Welcome, everyone. This is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. Wow, that's a lot of twos today.
Mhm.
Uh, I am Matt Lyons. I am here at Crybaby Hill. That is the Juice, who's down in the Southern Laboratory. And we are the Pivot, brought to you by Vast Bank and executive produced by Toby Biocchini. And we're here to, as always, to build a DK lineup. Coming off a pretty decent night. Julio had an over 300 lineup that he did well on. We didn't get a show off, so we didn't have a show lineup. Did we tweet out a lineup? We tweeted out a
We
lineup.
Cash lineup was 9-1,
Nice.
so did well,
Good.
and had one lineup that I didn't like Lou Dort, but he was popular, so I kind of ate the chalk there. I really wanted to go Josh Richardson. If I'd gone Josh Richardson, it'd probably be like a four-figure night. So
Nice. Four-figure
yeah,
nights when you're only putting a few, not much in. That's good.
yeah, it would have been a good night, but it's okay.
Hey, quit listening to those other guys. Listen to yourself, man. You're the juice. You're the natural. There's a reason that you have a show with your name in it.
Real quick, like I've been having rough. Last week was rough on tournaments. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Just kind of evaluated my process. I'm like, I've been watching these shows, building lineups at the same time around lineup block, and my advice is get your list together. Don't worry about the noise. Trust in your gut and your picks, and just roll with it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and things got back to normal. So hopefully this will be a good week.
Well, good. We're doing well.
Yeah.
There were no props last night since we didn't have a show. We made a few bets that got close, but anyway, we'll do a quick game breakdown, quick lineup, quick props, and we'll get out of here as I've got to get back. We got day jobs. Anyway, I'm excited to see. We start off with Toronto at Orlando at 6 p.m. Central Time. You did say that we thought there was going to be a COVID cancellation tonight. Which game do you think might be canceled?
Yeah, Pistons Jazz. Pistons about 3 minutes before the game tipped off last night had an inconclusive COVID test, so they shut the game down. Burned a lot of people. Luckily, I was not on really anybody except for my cash lineups on the Denver side, just Will Barton, and he was 100% owned in my cash lineups. It didn't affect me, which was great. But it was a rough night for a lot of people because Jokic was in that game and some other plays. So I think we're going to assume that the Pistons Jazz doesn't play.
So we won't even
break it down. We're not going to break it down.
So as injuries, Toronto looks pretty clean as usual. OG, right? I always want to call him OJ.
Yeah.
Is still out. Powell's questionable. But that's been the norm for a little bit. Orlando looks pretty clean with Michael Carter being out, and he's been out, correct?
Michael Carter Williams, yep.
And then Aaron Gordon's out.
That's a big one.
I just saw that. Okay, so what do you like? Let's start with the Orlando side.
Yeah, let's go Orlando real quick. So Vucevic at 8.2K. Great play at center. Yeah,
that's really cheap. Vooks.
Yeah, real cheap. Love him. Evan Fournier, 6.3K. Good spot. Cole Anthony, starting point guard. Now that Aaron Gordon's out, he'll be shouldering more of the distributor role. So 5.5K. Terrence Ross is really popular. I'm not going to probably go there. 5.3K. Probably my favorite play on this side is Kem Birch at 4.2K, backup center for Orlando. There's a possibility they could just go big, so they might play Kem and Vucevic side by side. So those are the main guys. If I'd rank them, Vucevic, probably Fournier, Anthony. You could throw some Ross in there, and Birch I think is a great tournament play tonight.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about Toronto? On the Toronto side, Kyle Lowry, 7,300 Kyle Lowry. Cheap Van Fleet. They why'd they lower the prices on the Toronto guys all of a sudden?
They've just been low, really for like about a week now, and they haven't really adjusted. And I'm not really quite sure why. But there's a lot of pieces on this game on this side. You mentioned a couple of them. Siakam is 7.7K.
That's really cheap. He's coming off a huge game too.
Yeah. There's a lot of good guys. I would say probably one of my, if Norman Powell is out, Yuta Watanabe is he's in play. He's at 3.7K. Boucher, one of our early season darlings, is under 5K.
How
So
did he go
he's
from like 7,700 a week ago to like under 5K?
Aaron Baines has been getting more minutes. Chris Boucher has sort of fallen out of the rotation a little bit. That's really the reason why. But for a tournament play, he is certainly someone we can consider. Um, so I'm probably going to throw a little bit of Boucher in tournaments. 4.9K is tough to pass up. He's got a huge upside. But ranking these guys, I'd say Van Fleet is my number one, Lowry number two, Siakam three, and then Boucher, I'd say number four.
I really like 7,300 Lowry tonight. So
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of those plays, to be honest with you.
So game number 2, staggered tip-off times, 6:30 p.m. Central Time is the Clippers at Brooklyn. Is this nationally televised?
TNT game, kickoff game, huge game, huge total, 242.5. Nets
You
are
see
getting 1.5 points.
the total that the Washington and Brooklyn put up the other night was just crazy. That was a great game to watch.
It was a great game.
On the Clippers side, I am seeing that Beverly remains out. Scrub remains out. Who's that? Batum is questionable. Batum is questionable. On Brooklyn's side, I'm seeing pretty clean. Dinwiddie has been out. Shumpert is now out. He played the other night.
No, Shumpert, they just signed him. They just signed him.
Yeah. Maybe I was thinking, okay. Anyway, it looks pretty clean on Brooklyn's side. Are all three the stars that go tonight?
They are. We talked about it the other day, like that Nash was going to reserve his 3-star lineup for big games. Clippers is a big game, so I think you're going to see the 3-headed monster tonight, which it's crazy for me to say this. I think I'm going to fade the Brooklyn guys tonight, man. I mean, when all three play, I don't want to play any of them. That's just
even with the giant total, it's hard for them all to get there, right?
I mean, I'm not a max enter type. I'm not a 150 lineup guy. So if I'm throwing in 1, 2, or 3 bullets, I'm just not going to guess on which one's going to go off. So
Harden's almost up to. I wonder why Harden's so expensive. He's up to 11. What is Durant here tonight?
10.1. It's probably because Durant sat the other night and Harden played.
Okay. Well, I say hi to Jax. Hey, Jax.
Hey, Jax. Hey, buddy. Honestly, I mean, we could just skip through Brooklyn. There's nobody I want to play. They're all priced up.
Even Irving. Even Harris.
Irving. Yeah, I mean, when's Harris going to shoot? I mean,
he had
between these 3 guys.
He had 8 3-pointers last time they played.
He did, but only 2 of the guys were playing. Now there's another guy, so that's another 30% usage coming in.
I agree. What about on the Clippers side? We like anything there? We haven't rostered a whole lot of Clippers this year.
We haven't, and I mean, I got to tell you, like Paul George and Kawhi look really good tonight. 9.2K, 8.9K. They're probably going to get maybe a little bit extended run. I like these guys, man. I mean, I like them both. So I think in maybe a couple lineups you can maybe throw in both of those guys. I probably won't, but a 50-50 shot is a lot better than a 1 in 3 shot, in my opinion. And it just comes down to salary. I mean, I think they're both really fairly priced, 9.2K and Paul George is 8.9K. So I like them both. If Batum is out, I like Reggie Jackson a little bit. You could look at Marcus Morris if Batum is out, down at 4.7K. Those are the main guys. I mean, if I'm going to play anybody in these 2 sides, it's going to be the stars. And we just talked about Brooklyn. I don't think I'm going to play any of those guys. So it'll probably be a lot of the Clippers, 2 stars.
I got it. I like it. Not a huge fan of either one of them, but this isn't about being fans of players. It's about where it's good spots. And I think they're both in pretty good spots. So
it's crazy because it's a 242.5 total. I mean, we should be all over this game. But we live in a salary cap world and I'm a salary cap kind of girl, Ryan. So, we got to play within those rules.
You're also good by Juicy Tuesday.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, moving on, staggered up to 7 p.m. Central. The first game on the 7 p.m. slate is Memphis at Indiana.
All right.
Uh, on the Indiana side, once again, we seem pretty injury free. On the Memphis side, pretty much also same people that have been out are out. I don't see any new reports. Jackson Jr. remains out. Obviously, Winslow remains out, and J Val is questionable. He's been out, right?
Yeah. He there was thought of maybe he was going to play this weekend, but he didn't, and so we got to keep an eye on that. Uh, it's not really listed, but John Morant left the game early yesterday. I think he might have just tweaked the ankle a little bit. He looked fine on the sideline. It might have been just because they were blowing out the Spurs too.
Yeah,
But
but
it's something
something
to
to
know.
pay attention,
Yeah,
because
correct.
if you're gonna put 7,500 into John Morant, we want full jaw, right?
Right, right. Which side do you want to start off with first?
Let's start off on Memphis.
Okay. And this total real quick is 223 and a half. Pacers are favored by 5.
Okay.
So should be a good game. But let's
Yeah,
start
I
off.
could see this. If Morant's healthy, I think this will be a really good game.
Yeah, I mean they just put it to San Antonio 2 straight. I mean they look like the better team. So let's start off with the Pacers. Sabonis 8.7K. Love that price tag, man. He's been first time he's been under 9 for a while. It seems like. I really
Did he
like that.
did he struggle at all, or
No,
what's
no. I
behind it?
mean, I think since they've been more or
Looks
less
like
at full strength, maybe the numbers have come down a little bit, but I mean,
I think
nothing to worry about.
DK did a little bit of repricing here recently too. It looks like they lowered a little bit of pricing.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, he's been, I would say in the mid 40s in the last 3 games, low to mid 40s. So this is about fair, I would say. Um,
What about Brogdon at 7,900?
like Brogdon at 7,900 too, man. There's so many guards I like tonight, but he is definitely a guy that we can look at. Just been model of consistency, around 40 points the last 3 games. Definitely someone you want to look at in cash for sure. Miles Turner, I don't mind him. I think, especially if Valanciunas is out, wouldn't mind that. Jeremy Lamb at 5.4K. I think that's a pretty fair price tag for him. So I don't mind that either. Those are the main guys. TJ McConnell's been getting some more minutes. You could throw a dart at him, but 5K is a little bit too pricey for me. And Justin Holiday is 4.9K, getting a lot of minutes, but God, he's just one of those guys that just kind of wind sprints, just runs up and down the court, doesn't do much.
He
So
can have a 0 tag for a while and actually be on the court, which is rare, right?
yeah, he just doesn't do much. So I'll probably pass.
This game isn't super sexy. I'm going to tell you that. This ain't game of the century material.
It's not game of the century, but I mean, there's not a lot of games. So
I like Sabonis, but I'm kind of Sabonis and done, I think, in this game. But
yeah. Well, I think Brogdon's in a good spot too.
yeah, 7,900 Brogdon is tempting. He's been expensive, so okay, we'll see what you pick, but we'll move on to this. Got to be game of the night. Also starting at 7:00, tipping off.
We didn't talk about Memphis, dude.
Oh, I thought we did. Oh, my bad.
No.
I thought
We'll go through Memphis real quick. So John Moran at 7,500, like that price tag for him, he can explode. I don't love Brogdon defense though. I'll be honest.
No, he plays real D.
He plays really good D. So I hope Josh stays at this price point for a little bit because I really do want to play him, but I don't know if tonight's the night. Brandon Clark, also with Sabonis and Turner being there, don't love him. Xavier Tillman's price has gone up to 5.1K, so
we
don't love him. Yeah. DeAnthony Melton is 4,500, starting to get the minutes that I
just
want
to say Tillman paid off 5.1 last night, though.
He did. He did. He would 6X last night.
If J-Val's out, I think Tillman could be still a consideration. We don't think
he's still in consideration. Definitely. I just I think Gorgie Dang was, I don't know, kind of fool's gold. He just played really well the other night, so they kept.
He had a good night. Good night. I saw that.
Yeah. DeAnthony Melton, 4.5K. This might be one of my sleeper plays of the night. 25 minutes are projecting him. If he gets 25 minutes, he's kind of a point per minute type of guy. Definitely wouldn't mind throwing a dart at D'Anthony Melton, but that's about it.
If Morant really is banged up, even though he's not listed at questionable at all, uh, Melton could play a lot of minutes.
He could be like a little sneaky panda out there,
Okay. I was excited to move from that Midwest showdown to some Portland at Washington here. It's tipping off the Beltway at 7 p.m. Portland coming off, both teams coming off with really good games the other night. Both teams won in the last second, one with Dame Lillard hitting a three, one with Russell Westbrook hitting it. Did you happen to be watching that Washington game when that happened?
I wasn't, but I mean, I saw kind of the tail end, and I mean,
I got to watch it live. It was pretty exciting.
I was really down because I had a lot of Bradley Beal, and in the first quarter, he did absolutely nothing. And then
I've never seen Beal not shoot. Like, he just literally wasn't shooting.
Right. And then the floodgates open, and he just came through. And then Russell Westbrook, dude, I mean, what a game, right?
The dude's playing like a monster. I think, I mean, I like this game. What's the point total on this game?
240 and a half.
Of course I like it. What's the spread?
Wizards are favored by 2.5.
It does not surprise me if the Wizards are favored. They played really well the other night.
They did.
They just would not. And I like this Rayleigh guy. He played pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's break it down. Let's start with Washington. Westbrook, 9,100 Westbrook is crazy.
My favorite play of the night.
He's coming off 71 points. He's going to be 100% owned, right? I mean, 99.
I don't think he'll be 100% owned. I think there's so many good guards tonight that I think his ownership should be lower than we expect. But I don't care. I'm going to play Russell Westbrook tonight, dude.
We're on the same page. How can you? I mean, if you watch basketball and you watch that last game, and he's at 91. Let's do some of the comparables. Irving, 8,800.
Yep.
Westbrook, Irving.
Westbrook.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to do the comparables, but
I mean, Brogdon, Westbrook. I mean, even Lillard. I mean, who I like a lot too.
Lillard, I do like, and in fact, I think we could, if there was any way we could, playing Westbrook and Lillard does not make sense.
Yeah. But Curry's on the slate. I'd rather have Russ, at a $500 discount.
Yeah.
I just like Russ tonight a lot. So I'll be jamming him in a lot of lineups, man.
We agree with that 100%. That's just from watching the games the last few.
The other thing, real quick, Russell Westbrook came out the other day. The big thing with Russell Westbrook since coming back from the injury is his minutes have been kind of tempered. And he said before the game the other day, he goes, I feel 100% and 100% of Russ at 9.1K in a massive pace-up matchup. Sign me up, dude. I mean, minutes are there. We're playing them, bottom line.
Okay, I like it. Beal at 9,900 is going to be hard to play with Westbrook in, even though they both can correlate to great game. I think they actually help each other a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
We've got the Israeli future stud, I think, at 3,700. He got a price break after actually starting the other night, right?
Yeah.
Hachimura that guy just gets there a lot of different ways. He blocks shots, he rebounds, he steals, makes some points. I saw Bertans hit some threes the other night. He takes more than he makes, it seems like. But what are you thinking?
So I think if I were to rank the players here, obviously Westbrook, Brad Beal.
Is it Westbrook or bust on this side or not?
I mean, I only play a few lineups a night. Westbrook's going to be in every one of them. And if I lose, I lose. I go on to tomorrow.
With you. I'm 100%. You're getting 100% support in your partner on that one. So
yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where I like the price point, I like the matchup. There's everything I like about this game for Westbrook. I like, and I'm just going to go with it. Davis Bertans, 4.7K. You could definitely throw a dart on him. Robin Lopez at 3.9K. They're going to need someone against Cantor. He's cheap, so I don't mind him.
He's going to be a foul machine. That's the only thing he's going to do. He's going to be there to foul Cantor.
Yeah. And then Garrison Matthews, another guy. Just these are salary savers, right? So not guys I love, but guys we can certainly consider. So let's jump over to the Portland side.
David Lillard is all-time high price. 10.7.
10.7K, man. That. Just let that sink in for a little bit. We're approaching like Giannis and Luka and the superstar level salaries. Still don't mind him. I mean, if I can fit Lillard in somehow and like my lineup, I don't feel bad about playing him,
I
especially on this
agree.
slate.
If you guys can find value and get both Lillard and Russ in, good luck. I think it's a good lineup.
I could be wrong, but I don't think they really like each other either.
No,
I think there's a little bad blood there.
You don't remember the game where Lillard pulled up on Oklahoma City and shot it from half court?
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember there being some bad blood there.
There's gonna be they're gonna be motivated to play. Trust me.
Yeah,
I like the Westbrook side of it better because I like Westbrook against Lillard D better than I like Lillard against Westbrook D. So
I think they both suck at D. So
I think Westbrook's a little bit more energetic when it comes to the defensive side.
I think he's more energetic, but I wouldn't say. I mean, I think let me put it this way. I think Westbrook could be a lockdown defender. He just chooses not to be. So, but I don't know. We've talked about this before. Dame, nobody's going to stop him. If he wants to score, he's going to find a way to score. Right. So, I mean, I like Lillard. Canner's cheap at 6.9.
I didn't mention this. McCollum does remain out, which makes Lillard even more valuable.
Right.
Simon has had some good games. We kind of talked about the other night. I played him in a lineup and he didn't get there. But he also really started out slow. He didn't get any minutes hardly in the first half, and then he played almost a lot in the second. It was really weird minutes for him. Gary Trent Jr. Had a great game two lineups ago.
Right.
His price has come up since he was a great value, I think. Jones Jr. remains questionable. Little is coming off a 30-point game.
Yeah, last night. He's 3.1K. Haven't projected for 25 minutes. I don't know. I mean, if you've ever watched Nasir Little play, he's historically not a guy that does much, but 25 minutes at the stone minimum. Yeah. A stone minimum. Yeah,
he's the Nas Reed of Portland. He's very Nas Reed-like to me.
Yeah. I mean, look at 3.1K, he doesn't have to do much to get you there. And if he unlocks a Dame Lillard, I'm good with that, so he's someone we could definitely look at.
Canner, as you mentioned, 6'9". Covington's back from injury at 5'2", which puts Anthony takes away from Anthony's minutes, which lowers Anthony's price significantly.
I've got my stuff out of Carmelo. I'm ready to move on from Carmelo.
Thank you.
I know it's going to make you happy.
Much appreciated. Yeah. Let's move on to Boston at Golden State, the late night hammer, as we anticipate being, since we're not going to cover the Detroit-Utah game because we anticipate that being canceled. Boston is at Golden State. That means pace down for Golden State, means pace up for Boston. What is the total? What's the line?
226.5. So decent total for the night. Warriors are getting 2.5, which I think is surprising, but I'm not really, because they're playing well, I guess. I mean,
on the injury side, Green and Pascal are both questionable at the power forward position. Wiseman is out. Ooh, yeah. God, that's sad. I love me some Wiseman. Anyway, that should open up some minutes though for some Looney action if you really want to get in on it. Going on in on it. Somebody, Oubre Jr., somebody there, or Wiggins, somebody is going to have to pick up some of Green. And
do we want to go? Do you want to start with the Warriors then?
Yeah, I'm pretty deep into the Warriors already, so let's jump there.
Yeah, let's jump there. Steph at 9.6K. I really don't mind him, especially because I think. Did you mention Marcus Smart? Because Marcus Smart, I think, is out.
I did not. I have not said the injuries on the Boston side. Okay. Just real quick, Pritchard is out. Smart is out. Langford remains out. And that's it on the Boston side. But yes, Smart is out.
Okay, so there's a big difference between Marcus Smart defense and Kemba Walker defense. Would we not agree?
Yes.
so Steph Curry, I mean, at 9.6K, I think he's definitely in play. I'm telling you, Lance, there's some good guard spots tonight. So but
the problem is let's start ranking them: Lillard, Westbrook, Curry. Who's the other one? Brogdon.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to have to break this down and build a lineup here pretty soon. And
Yeah.
I don't know which one. I like Curry's matchup. I don't like Curry's matchup as much as I like Westbrook's. And I'll be honest, I
No,
don't like or Lillard's. So, but is this a nationally televised game also?
it is. It's the nightcap on TNT. So he could
Too bad
explode.
that Wiseman's out.
I know. But you know what? So here's the deal. I know Pascal's questionable, but I think he's more probable than questionable. Let me see if there's any news. It was a COVID deal. I'm trying to. Oh, this was a while ago. I don't even know what the news is, but I was hearing somewhere that he was more probable than questionable.
What about Green? Is he more probable than questionable?
I think so. I just kind of feel like other than Wiseman, I think they're all going to play.
If Green doesn't play, I like the Boston side of this in a bet, by the way. I think he just Green, so much of the usage goes through Green. He sets up Curry so much. Anyway, I like Curry too, but that's a tough one. Let's jump over the Boston side real quick.
So wait. We didn't really go over the Golden State side. So we like Curry at 9.6. Wiggins, I don't mind 6.4K, not a bad price tag. Draymond sub 5K. So if he's playing, I mean, you could throw a ringer on Draymond.
I think in a nationally televised game, if Green plays and plays his usual minutes, 4,900 is a gift, I think.
Yeah. Eric Pascal at 3,500. I mean, he could get some minutes tonight too.
If Green doesn't play, Pascal does play, then Pascal at 3,500.
He becomes a massive chalky value play.
What do you think about Oubre Jr. and Wiggins? Your two Kansas boys have been balling, but you're not real high on either of them. Every time
I'm not real high on either of them. I just like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that's true. But
have you watched Wiggins play Tatum recently? Are good. Yeah, they're both. I mean, Wiggins he's had a renaissance this year for sure. I just don't. I think these are the spots that Wiggins has to start showing me that he's becoming that alpha dog, and like I just feel like Tatum or Brown just kind of like make him cower a little bit in this spot. So I really want him to succeed. I want to see him take that next step in his career. Okay. Tonight could be one of those nights. But Kevon Looney, I never like playing that dude.
If you're ever going to play Kevon Looney, if Green and Pascal are out, if you're ever going to play Looney, tonight's the night.
I guess
if they're out. If they're out, yeah, both of them are out. I mean, he's just going to run the whole game. I mean,
but I mean, here's the thing though. Like Boston is not. I don't know. They don't have this like legitimate big man that's going to like kill them on the boards. You know,
I think they could definitely play small against Boston.
They could. So that's about it on that side. We could jump over to the Boston side.
Let's do it. I don't love this side at all. I'm going to just warn you.
Yeah, nothing really kind of jumps off the page at me. I guess maybe Robert Williams.
7,800 Brown is not terrible in this matchup.
It's not terrible. No. But it's kind of what we just talked about. I mean, I think Wiggins is playing better defense. I think Oubre Jr. is not bad defensively. So I kind of just think these guys almost cancel each other out to some degree, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't really love any of these guys that much. Kemba is okay at 6.7. I know you're not a big fan of Kemba, but he could do something.
What about Teague with Smart being out? That's pretty cheap for Teague.
Yeah, and Pritchard's out too, Peyton Pritchard. So, I mean, they're just not wanting to give him a lot of run. And Jeff Teague, he just seems washed. He seems like he's done to me. I don't know. So
it's really interesting pricing on these Boston guys because of who their matchup is. They're not really priced up, but the reason they're not priced up is none of them have been just killing it, right?
Right. I mean, there's I think DraftKings is kind of daring you to play them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it feels like. It's sort of an attractive price.
Yeah. 7,800 Brown is what I would consider, but not with, I think it's a star scrub night. If I was building a more balanced lineup, I definitely would try to get 7,800 Brown in, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Let's build this thing.
Let's do it.
And then we're going to be quick with building the lineup. guys that I have put in just from listening to you talk was Lowry, Melton, Sabonis, and Westbrook. I'm guessing I can leave Westbrook in.
Yes, you can leave Westbrook in.
Okay, is that where we're starting him off? Let's start off at the point guard position. What are we playing on 2-21 tonight?
We're doing Westbrook at point guard.
Okay.
I think I like Melton at shooting guard.
Okay, I was right about that.
Kawhi. I think tonight I'm gonna play some Kawhi, dude.
I like it.
I think we can unleash a little Kawhi tonight. We talked about, KD's number one price guy on DraftKings power forward. I don't want to play him. So I think I'm going to try and save a little bit of salary here somewhere. And
wow. If Grant happens to play at Utah, $7,000 Josh Grant is worth it. But anyway, I don't think
Jeremy Grant,
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about Oubre Jr. at 5,700 here?
He's definitely not bad. I think I even want to go a little bit further down.
I don't mind Tillman at 5,100 either.
I don't mind Tillman. Let me see what they say about Pascal.
This is where we're going wannabe, right?
No, we're going Eric Pascal here. 3,500.
Okay.
Okay. And here's the other decision point to make tonight. A lot of people are really high on Vucevic. I think he's a great spot. I don't mind that play, but I think we talked about the guard spot. We really like the guard position a lot tonight. I think I want to spend down at center. So it's just the way I'm going to approach this site tonight. So I think I'm either going to go Boucher or Kem Birch, and I think I want to save a little bit of money. So I'm going to go the Kem Birch route.
I like it. He paid off the other night.
He did pay off. He's been doing surprisingly pretty well. So we like the guard spot. So let's just jump over to the forward utility spot. See if we can find a little bit of value there. You'd mentioned Kelly Oubre. I don't mind him. Xavier Tillman is someone we could definitely look at.
I kind of like Tillman tonight.
Yeah, we've been playing him, and he's been at least I've been playing him. He's doing okay.
It's a good matchup for him. If J-Val's out, if J-Val plays, then obviously Tillman can go ride the bench somewhere. But
let's do this. We talked about this guy, and I think he might unlock a play for us. Nasir Little at 3,100. Let's go there.
I don't mind Little at all.
Yeah.
Okay. And then utilities.
Man, I don't know if this is going to unlock what we need, but let's go to guard spot.
Guard, we're going to guard.
Let's try and plug in Dame and see what we're left with.
Okay.
Let's plug him in at the guard spot because
Oubre Jr.
Fits like a glove, huh?
It does fit like a glove. I like that lineup too.
Yeah. And what I like about that is Oubre is the nightcap, so it gives us a little flexibility at the utility spot. I like it.
I do too. Trying to put a little bit of money in.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good lineup.
Sorry, I will do that later. Yeah, I do like that lineup. Give us a review on the lineup real quick, if you don't mind.
So we got Russell Westbrook at point guard, shooting guard DeAnthony Melton. Love that play if John Morant's limited. Kawhi Leonard in that huge game. 9,200 is too cheap for him in this matchup, in my opinion. Eric Pascal, power forward, 3,500, good value. We're paying down at center with Kem Birch from Orlando. I think these minutes are solid, especially with Gordon out. They're going to need him a little bit more. Dame Lillard, it's Dame time. I mean, not much needs to be said there. Nasir Little, if he's going to get similar minutes like as he did last night at 3,100, don't mind him. And in the nightcap, Kelly Oubre Jr. With some potential injuries on that side of the ball. I like that play too. So I like it. It's good.
Okay, I like it too. Let's make a little bit of money for me and the Juice Nation here. We're
Let's
gonna
do
do
it.
some game prop. Now there's a ton of them tonight for some reason. It's because there's 2 nationally televised games. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna be really quick. If you don't say anything right away, I'm just gonna move on. If you really like it, say like, smash. We'll smash it. Super play of the night. We could probably be in there. So anyway, Brogdon 22.5.
Fade.
Sabonis 20.5.
Like.
Saka 20.5.
Fade.
Van Fleet 19.5.
Like.
Lowry 18.5.
I like them both.
I did too. I like Lowry. Nikolai Vukovic 23.5.
The smart money is like.
It is.
Yeah.
Vegas has it as they like the under.
Really?
Yeah, got the under at minus 140, but I'll take it if we think the pros. Fournier 17.5. We never bet on Fournier. Kawhi Leonard 27.5. Vegas likes your pick of Kawhi.
I like that. Let's go over.
They also like the under, though. That's just a lot of points. But that point total could go up as the day goes on. They've got him at 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2.5 threes.
We've been really good on the threes this year, it seems like. I'm going to fade all of those. I don't know.
Sounds good. Paul George, 24.5. 6.5, 4.5, 3.5 threes.
Over on Paul George points.
On points?
Yeah. They both need to have big games.
They do both need to have big games. Okay. Kevin Durant, 27.5, 7.5, 4.5, 2.5 threes. He burned us on threes.
I like the 2.5 threes.
Now he burned us on threes the other night. He didn't get there.
He'll get there tonight.
We'll try to get him there. Kyle Lowry, same thing, burned us on threes the other night. 24.5, 5.5, 4.5, 1.5 threes. He's a 2-to-1 favorite to hit over 1.5, meaning if we're betting 200 to win 100, that he hits 2.
On Kyrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
2 threes, dude. I mean, he should hit
that. James Harden, 23.5, 6.5, 9.5, 2.5.
I like the assists.
9.5?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's James Harden.
It is James Harden.
242.5 point total.
It is. Okay. Celtics Warriors, Tatum 20 to 5.5, 7.5, 4.5, 3.5 threes. Wow.
I don't like any of them.
Yeah, I don't either. Browns 24.5, 5.5, 2.5 threes. So he's 24.5 on the points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 threes.
I don't like any of them, honestly.
I've got Kimba 16.5, 4.5, 2.5 threes. So 4.5 assists.
I like the assists. God, remember the days of Stockton would get like 15 assists a game.
Yeah.
You know, now we got these scrub point guards can't even do 5.
Okay. We reached 10 bets there. Make sure anybody on Golden State that you were
No, not really. I mean, I don't feel strong enough about Curry either way.
I'll go over it real quick. Oop, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. NBA. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to see what Curry's were. Okay. We left out Curry's 29.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5 threes.
No.
Wiggins is 18.5, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 threes.
I'll let you do the Wiggins one. You're the Wiggins guy.
tonight's a tough matchup for Wiggins. I like you said, this is going to be a big matchup for whether Wiggins is really back. And I mean, this is a big game. If I was going to bet anything, I'd probably bet the rebounds, but it's negative 155. So I'd have to bet 155 to win 100 on the rebounds. They like it too. Okay. Last game. Lillard is 32.5. Trent Jr. 16.5. Beal's 32.5. Westbrook's 23.5.
Westbrook, baby.
Are we smashing Westbrook?
Let's smash Westbrook. He's going to explode tonight.
I hope so. I wish they had. I'll let you know if they come up with any more totals for him in the future. Okay, so real quick review of this. We didn't smash a lot tonight, which I like. That's fine. We have pending. I'm not really good with the buttons today. Okay. We liked Van Fleet. We liked Lowry. We liked Vooks. Did we smash Leonard? No, we liked Leonard, liked George, liked Durant, like Irving, like Harden over 9.5 assists, like Sabonis, smashed Westbrook over 23.5, liked 4.5 assists by Kemba. So cool. That's what appreciate it. We got this out. Be looking for the Juice's tweets around what is tip-off tonight, 6? So
6, yeah. So we'll do it before then.
Yeah, starting about 5:30. Start looking out on the Twitter and give us any feedback. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking. Any comments you'd like to leave, we appreciate it. And hopefully we're making you guys some money. So
yeah, man, let's get it tonight. Let's take one down.
Sounds good. Good job last night. Talk to you soon.
All right, see ya. Bye.